Hi there. Today we're going to learn lessons from the PayPal story. My name is Boomy Tokan from StartYourOwnBusinessAcademy.com. Let's consider first where PayPal is today. Started in 1998 in the USA, its first IPO gained $7.9 because it opened for offer at $13. PayPal now processes over $1 trillion payments and services 169 million customers in 203 markets. That is huge. In fact, PayPal is processing more payments than some budgets of countries. These are the founders of PayPal. It's sometimes referred to as the PayPal Mafia. Elon, Peter, Hugh, Max, Ken, and Luke. And you can see the pictures right there, how young they were when the business first started in 1998. So what's the first lesson we can learn from this? Well, the first lesson is you need a team. And I think we mentioned this when we looked at the success story of Facebook. If you haven't listened to that one, you can do so. That's the first one we released under the series. You need to have a team. There are certain aspects of the business that you do not understand, and you need to have a team that is going to work on the parts of the business that you find difficult, or put it another way, you've got to get people that complement you. The second thing we learn about PayPal is that PayPal grew out of other ideas. Out of a company they formed called Confinity came PayPal. And it said that Elon Musk was persuaded that PayPal would take off and become a great enterprise in the years to come, which is really about email payments between people. And because of that persuasion, they put aside every other project they were working on and focused on what we now know as PayPal. So what do we learn from that? What can startups learn from that? Well, we can learn that perseverance and intuition pays off. Perseverance means that you focus on your idea and you work on that idea until you get something out of it. And you keep tweaking that idea after you release your MVP as you get feedback from the market. And you keep working on it until something happens. Sometimes you might have to abandon that idea, but many times you're going to discover other ideas as a result of the work that you've already done. Then the intuitiveness is what you feel in your gut. What's your gut telling you about what you are doing? Not what the market is telling you now, but what's your gut telling you? Sometimes your gut could be different from the market, and sometimes the market actually helps your gut feeling. And so this was the case when it came to PayPal. We can see the success story there by perseverance and following one's intuition. Your intuition is your inner voice that you need to listen to when you want to make a decision. What else do we learn about PayPal? PayPal has a number of users and markets. So let's look at the number of users. In 2000, when PayPal first started, it had 1 million users. By 2016, it had 169 million users. That's a huge amount of growth. PayPal started in 38 markets in 2003. 2005, it was 55 markets. 2008, it was 190 markets. And by 2014, it was 203 markets. What can startups learn from this? There is no overnight success. When we talk about choosing a niche, a lot of startups still struggle with this concept of choosing a niche, thinking they want to sell to everyone. Look, PayPal never sold to every single market when they started. They built up on the markets from 38 to 203. In the same way, there is no overnight success. You're going to have to build your business. You're going to have to build your market. You're going to have to build your clients to get to a place whereby you're serving millions or thousands of clients if that's what you wish. Do you know, many people are surprised about this, but do you know that PayPal is owned by eBay? Well, in 2002, eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion. The combination of the two networks should expand both platforms, will minimize shared operation cost. And that's a word from eBay itself. I think when there was an acquisition by eBay, it increased eBay's market share. It avoided the litigations that a lot of people were trying to bring against PayPal, and it maintained market strength for both businesses. So now think about it this way. The moment PayPal was acquired by eBay, all the founders became multi-millionaires. What do we learn from this? Sometimes is more than money. The money bit was good. I'm sure being a millionaire overnight must be a good thing for all the founders of PayPal. But it also enabled them to establish as a strong brand in their market. If you're going to be acquired by another company, when the time comes, you're thinking, okay, what am I going to get out of this more than money? Am I going to maintain my brand? Am I going to increase my share of the market? What else am I going to get apart from money? So we can learn that as we go on in our startups. PayPal pursued tech advancement. In 2009, they created their first phone app. In 2010, they created their first in-store payment. So what can we learn from this? Well, PayPal embarked upon a continuous improvement strategy. They did not lie on their bum and say, well, we are PayPal now, we're acquired by eBay, and we don't need to do anything. No, they really continue to improve and to grow and to pursue technology that would enable them to maintain their market strength and market leadership. Acquisitions and partnerships that PayPal pursued. 2005, PayPal acquired VeriSign. Partnerships with MasterCard generated $1.8 billion for PayPal. In 2006, they introduced mobile payments. 2009, they acquired a company called Boomy Tokan, which is now PayPal's online credit card. 2015, they acquired Paydiant to power the mobile apps. In 2015, they acquired Exxon.com to enhance their global spend. What do we learn from all this? Continuous growth. You cannot stay where you are. You need to be growing continually. If you're not growing continually, somebody else is going to come along and take over your market. The internet has made businesses so competitive. And there's nothing wrong in competition. Competition is good, by the way, but it means that you have to be continuously growing, continuously advancing, as we said earlier on, and then you would maintain your leadership and strength within the market. And finally, if you invested in PayPal as an IPO in 2002 for $13, today your money will be worth $49.39. Wow. So I'm saying invest today. Invest in your business and invest in other good businesses so that you yourself can make money and be a side investor, if you like. All right, let's review. Lesson 1, you need a team. Lesson 2, perseverance and intuition pays off. Lesson 3, there's no overnight success. Lesson 4, you gotta go for more than money. Lesson 5, you gotta pursue continuous improvement. Lesson 6, you gotta pursue continuous growth. And lesson 7, invest today. Thank you so much for listening to this talk on the lessons from the PayPal story. My name is Boomy Tokan from StartYourOwnBusinessAcademy.com, and I'll be speaking to you soon as I bring you more lessons that startups can learn from successful businesses. See you soon.